Hello, kids. Welcome to our subject, English 5. Okay, so once again, my name is Teacher Jai, and for today, I am going to discuss all about our first lesson, which is to fill out forms accurately. So, whether it might be school forms, deposit, or withdrawal slips, etc. So again, what is a form? So a form, it is a document with spaces in which you can write on, check, or select. It usually has printed parts and sometimes contains a serial number or barcode. So again, what is a form? So forms are used in various institutions such as schools, banks, hospitals, companies, or etc. They are filled out in either single, duplicate, or triplicate copies depending on the requirements set by that institution. So again, no, a form, always remember that is a document with questions in it. Okay? And spaces mark where you should write the answers. So they are usually ask you to give details about yourself. Okay? And can sometimes contain a serial number or barcode. So forms, in other words, it is also a document with spaces in which one can fill out the required information. So basically, details about yourself. So it can be in printed form or in electronic form like the ones found online. So it is used to gather necessary information for a particular purpose. So e-forms like Google Forms, they are widely used nowadays as they can be filled out if you're online. So you will need to have an internet connection if you have one. So remember, class, that it is important to give the correct information at all times. It is also for your own safety. Knowledge in filling up of forms is something that can be useful for you even outside the four walls of the classroom. It is something that you need to do every time you enter offices, school banks, and other premises. Okay, there are things to remember before filling out the form. So the first one is to look over a form before filling out. Next one is to follow directions. Now, next one is to write legibly or clearly, of course. And then number 4, be precise or exact in supplying information. And then number 5, give true and correct information. And make sure that all of it or all of the supplied informations are true or correct. So these are examples of school forms. So the first one is what we call as school forms. So as you see, there is a child details there, your first name, date, surname, date of birth, your male, whether if you're male or female, okay, sex, home address, parents or guardians details, etc. Next one is application forms. Okay, job application form. So the section 1 is about personal information, of course, details about yourself. Okay, the basic details about yourself. The next one is about education, and the next one is skill levels. The next one is what we call as deposit slip. So deposit slip, it means to keep or settle something in a secure place. Okay, when we say that a person who deposits or places money in a bank account, they are, or it is called, he or she is called as depositor. Okay, next one is what we call as withdrawal slip. A withdrawal slip, it is a small paper from where the account holder has to sign in the presence of the bank teller. So remember, class, in order for you to fill out the forms accurately, you need to use, the first one is that you need to use capital letters when filling out what is needed. Okay? But, in accordance lang naman po. Okay, for example, of capital letters, okay, this is the correct one, A, B, C, correct? So the small letters, they are wrong, of course. Unless it is needed. Next one, okay, when giving a last name, of course, your first name, middle name, extension name, if whether you have one. Okay, so you will just write, for example, here, the name is Carlo Magat Santos. So the last name is Santos. First name, of course, Carlo. Middle name is Magat. And if you have extension name, of course, okay, JR or the third, etc. If applicable only. Okay, date of birth, of course, January, February, March, April, and so on. Your day, the day of your birth, and the year of your birth. Okay, your gender, whether you are a male, male if you are a boy, female, or for girl. And your address, of course. So for example, here, 143 Sampaguita Street, North Park Subdivision, Barangay San Manuel, City of San Jose del Monte, Bulacan Region 3. Okay, these are the other examples. Okay, so the first one, no, Alfonso F. Reyes is the only son of Alfonso C. Reyes Sr. So an electrician and Karen F. Reyes, so a nurse, who are both Filipino. So they are residents of Lot 4, Block 6, Sunshine Village, Banicarox, Roa City, Capiz, with the zip code 5800. Their phone number is 6789-123. So Alfonso was born on May 17, 2010 in Roa City, Capiz. He is now 10 years old. So you will just fill out the information, okay, needed. So according to the selection earlier, so the name is Reyes, for example, the last name, Reyes. His first name is Alfonso Jr. and the middle initial is F. Age 10. His citizenship is a Filipino. Date of birth, okay. And then his sex, of course, male. And then his place of birth is Roa City, Capiz. Home address, Lot 4, Block 6, Sunshine Village, Banicaroa City, Capiz, zip code 5800. His telephone number is 6789-123. Of course, his name of father is Reyes Alfonso Sr. C. Okay, from his last name, first name and middle initial, occupation, electricians. Okay, name of mother, Reyes Karen F. And occupation, when we say the word occupation, the job of his mother, and his signature over printed name. Okay, and then the date that he signed it. Okay, let's have an activity first. So I want you to please fill out the this student personal information from the given at the right side. Okay, and then please forward it or take a picture of it and then forward it to our English 5 Google Classroom. Okay, that's a wrap. Thank you for participating, grade 5, and I hope you had fun today. Thanks be to God.